How that? Welcome to the press conference. If we do about 3 questions each with Craig, it is Liechtenstein. We'll deal with Belgium in Brussels on Sunday. Okay, thank you. Diolch yn fawr. Geraint, you can go first.
Can I start off with a sort of squad team news update? Obviously, Dan James wasn't training Tuesday and not again today. How is he? I understand he's okay, but how is he, and can he be in your plans tomorrow?
No, unfortunately he picked up an illness, so we've had to separate him from the group because obviously we can't afford to get any other players infected at this present moment. Of course, we're monitoring. We monitor the situation, but we have cover. It's okay.
How well has the week gone from your perspective? And you pointed out to us last week. You've had camps prior to this one, EFL camp, etc. But end of season fatigue is certainly not on show from what I've seen. The couple of days you've allowed us down to have a look there as well. So, is it an issue at all for you, or is this as good a June camp as you could possibly have, given it's the end of a season?
No, it's my first June camp as well. So as a coach, I definitely believed with the way the EFL finishes, and then a whole month leading, it's not designed for international football. So we have to then interrupt their break, but they completely understand it. We need to keep them moving. And so we've been able to do that, which I feel has been beneficial, especially this week. Everyone, because mentally as well, that's always key. It's not just the physical side, it's the mental side. We have to pay very important detail to, but also the importance of the games as well. It's, they're 2 important games, like March was, like November was, like October. They always are. I feel like we're in very good shape leading into this one. So, I'm quite excited about it.
I know you'll want to respect the opposition. However, what is the ideal scenario for you tomorrow, given Monday night's challenge comes up? Literally as soon as the game finishes, you've literally got small recovery time, got to travel, got to get there.
Yeah.
And I mean it. I know it can seem simplistic, of course, I want to win the game, but I genuinely mean it. What is the ideal scenario for tomorrow night?
Exactly what you just said, win the game.
In what way and use of players?
The game. That is it. There is no, that is it. Win the game. And that's the honest truth. I don't care about scorelines. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. We have to win this game. And that's all we're working for this week. Everything we've done this week is about being consistent. We've prepared for Liechtenstein like we have done with Turkey and everyone else. The consistency is us, how we work has to remain. It doesn't matter who we play against. Every game gives us an opportunity to progress. Every game, can we improve? Can we get better? And this is the same tomorrow night. Now, do I understand people looking past it? Of course I do. Do I understand people believe we should win? Of course I do. But I was up late last night. I didn't sleep well. Does that tell you something? Yeah. I treat every team the same. Watch the same amount of games at Liechtenstein as I have done everyone else. And I don't know, my psyche just can't work any different. I honestly believe if you disrespect the game, it will catch you out. And the same messages have been led to the players as well. It doesn't matter. We have to be us. Fight for every ball, recovery runs, reactions, all the habits we believe makes us or gives us a better opportunity of being the best team we want to be. And at the end of the day, in football, there's highs and lows, of course. But the top teams are the ones who are consistent. If we want to be a top team, we have to be consistent no matter who we play against.
Just a quick last one for me. You've got a lot of players that come in here from the end of the club season in a winning environment. You've had a tremendous start to your international managerial career, unbeaten. There's a feeling of momentum. Do you feel you have momentum, and how do you harness it?
No, I just look at every block as it comes. So now this is the most important block. So 2 games now. Liechtenstein take care of. And I don't mean that result-wise, I mean take care of the preparation, make sure we're ready for them. And then we'll concentrate on the next one straight after that. But no, it's one step at a time. And I know it's not great for yous, and I know it's cliches, but I don't know, it's maybe me as a person as well. Like, the world, in my mind, can become overwhelming for me at times, and sometimes I just have to look at my feet and just take the next step. And it allows me to just move forward, don't look too far ahead. I like what I see from a group of players every time I'm with them. I believe we're improving, but like I said, we just have to stay consistent. If we can do that, then it gives us a great chance of being the team we want to be. Thank you.
David?
Hi, Craig. You mentioned improving there and being consistent. You've also mentioned that last North Macedonia game as a game you learnt from as coaches and players. I was wondering, any lessons in particular you've taken from that game and worked on this week with this game in mind?
Yeah, like they're all different games. They all have different threats, different weaknesses. Consistently creating chances. We had loads of control the game. But it's nice to have control because we've not been a nation that have been that type of team that are used to going to these type of nations and having control of the ball. So first and foremost, you have to have that control. Now it's great. You can work on the final bits, the pocket runs, creating 3v2 in the back post. You know, these moments that consistently give you chances allows us to execute that. Now, if we're trying to concentrate in the final third, but we haven't got control, there's no point trying to build it. You're not going to get the type of opportunities you want because you haven't got control of the ball. Now we're able to gradually step that and then really be aggressive in that final third. So that's the stage we want to get to now.
And you've mentioned that obviously 3 points winning is the only objective, but just with your kind of coach's head on, I was wondering what in particular you're looking from your players in a game like this, because it can be challenging to come out with credit in the bank. We've seen teams put these teams away and still get criticised. Is there something in particular you're looking for in a game like this, other than the result?
Joy. That's how we get a chance to improve. But you got a better chance of improving if you're enjoying it and smiling. No bad body language, no throwing of arms. We don't do any of that. It's not us. No frustration, no highs and lows, no roller coaster rides. Fans can be up 1 minute, they can be down the next. We have to remain consistent. And I keep rephrasing that. But that's who we are. That's who we want to be. If we've got to win this game in the 89th minute, we're winning the 89th minute. You know, we keep the ball. We have to dominate the tempo of the game. Speed it up when we need to speed it up, slow it down when we need to slow it down. As soon as we lose it, get it back. All these type of parts that I feel we've been really good at, and actually going into the North Macedonia game, I thought we were incredible at. That's how you dictate a tempo against a team that maybe thought it was going to be a little bit different. They didn't get the chance to make it different. So yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to be.
I know you've got a vast library of influences when it comes to the game, whether it's coaching, players, whatever. You know, when you talk about top teams being consistent, you think about games like this against lower ranked opposition, you maybe think of serial qualifiers like Germany, who are very good at putting away weaker sides. Have you and your players talked about any kind of gold standard examples?
No, it's us against us at time. You know, can we be a better version of ourselves than what we were last time? That's surely what you want to be as a person as well. Can we be better this day than you were yesterday? And that's what we want to be as a team. What other teams do and other qualities, you know, that's them. You know, it's our identity, who we are. So yeah, and it's so important. I feel like you've seen results over the last number of years. There are no easy games. They ain't. There's going to be frustrations. Can we be disciplined? When they slow it down, someone goes down injured, takes time, or maybe the keeper might go down in 2 different halves, like we've seen against North Macedonia. He's fine, but they're breaking the game up. But we have to stay patient and we have to be disciplined in that period. I don't like it, but teams do it. So can we stay calm, don't be frustrated? Supporters, don't get frustrated, don't start booing them, don't start, because you're buying into what they want to do. And that's not just talking even what we've seen from North Macedonia. It's all about our discipline. And it's all about how we do not ride that roller coaster. We don't get, it's keep being us.
And just finally, with that in mind, Kazakhstan will, you'd imagine, set up to frustrate, like you say, maybe try and waste time here and there.
Liechtenstein, sorry.
What did I say?
Kazakhstan.
Liechtenstein, we've already beat them.
We had the same game there, yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Probably a revealing slip.
No, yeah, I think you're that clever with games. You're thinking so far ahead.
Thanks, Craig.
Yeah,
I'll
Liechtenstein one time.
Sorry,
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Even lower down the rankings. But and I know it's like full focus on that. But just given the turnaround, I was just wondering how you approach the game in terms of selection, because I know you've rotated the squad in the past. Do you have to select the game with the second in mind?
No, there's always there's different games. So every team, I'd like to say we adapt what we need to for that team. So, but to underline it really and be clear with it, we pick the best team possible for that game. That we believe that's going to give us the best opportunity of what we've seen against the opposition to win that game. And then, okay, you might see changes like you have done over the past. It's only adapting to that opposition, what they do. So a certain type of player or profile fits that game. And the more flexible we can be with that, I believe benefits us. We keep going the same, keep playing the same way, we get worked out. We're going to only go so far with it. Now, if we want to be a team that ridiculously overachieves, that's able to go to major tournaments and have a big impact in those tournaments, we need to be flexible. In order to do that, then we need to have that adaptability. Like I always say, like for the opposition, we need to be so unpredictable, but so predictable for ourselves. And that's all we try to do, is adapt for whoever the team is, but we play who we feel the best team is at that time to get that best result we need for that moment.
Thanks, David. Lawrence, go.
Craig, just to build on that a little bit, in terms of the players and the way you've changed the teams, has that helped build a togetherness, do you think, within the sort of wider squad, so it doesn't feel like 12, 13 that are always involved? It feels like a whole squad involved.
I know. I honestly believe coming into the team and the setup, they have a real big togetherness. That's been real credit to the previous managers. I felt like I've come into a really good position. So a huge thank you from me to them, because that's really difficult to build. But they have that unity. They have that togetherness. So it's great because you can just add then what you see and what you would like to bring to it. Hopefully it helps, of course. But no, I feel being able to adapt, players, I believe everyone feels, because I think we've used around about 27 different players. Loads of young players have come into the squad, but I feel because of how we play, 12 players have played different roles for us in different positions. So we have that flexibility. And I believe they're really important tools. We have to think differently now. We have to be, you look at other squads, they have £1 billion squads, international squads. Ours is a little bit, and it doesn't. I don't really care about that, but it just makes you have to be more creative. No excuses. What can we do differently? How can we have the edge? So we keep that moving. And players, I hope they feel I like them, because I honestly believe if they don't feel it, they should. That there's always an opportunity to be playing.
Just wondering how important you think the crowd will be tomorrow night, because it's a pretty much sellout, I think. And while you can keep the expectations on the players, the fans will have their expectations going to the ground. How important will kind of their be?
If you noticed even the first bit, that's why I talk about Kazakhstan. Patience, 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 patience. It was every interview because I need them to be patient. They were good. They were top. So that was like, it feels like tick. We know we're going to have to be patient at times. Have to be. I am not into the mindset of turning over good possession because we get frustrated. That's weakness. Keep the ball, keep it moving. The more you move it, the more you keep it, the more they switch off, then you hit. If we then don't allow them to hit, they're fresh and hit long balls and you can fight. I believe I could still play doing it. And maybe not because I wasn't very good at winning headers and that type of stuff, but I think Gerard would be very good at it. But at the same time, I've seen a real good example, and that's the honest truth of what I seen with Kazakhstan. It was nice. The fans were like, and maybe because I have travelled everywhere, so I have sort of give a message of how we want to play, but at times we need yous on this. Don't get frustrated. Don't be shouting, yell it, like put the ball forward, get in the box, and and that's exactly what the opposition want. It's not what we want at times. We want to be able to create good opportunities, and sometimes if we have to buy an extra pass to do that, then we're going to have to do that. But always the objective is to score, and that's against any opposition. We have the ball from the goalkeeper, first thought, score, and that's what we try and keep to.
Forget the mic. And then just finally for me, in terms of that staying patient, your senior players are going to be really important. I'd particularly say likes of Ben Davies in terms of leading the rest through it.
Sorry, I thought you were still finishing. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, he's brilliant. Yeah, but I'd like. They all have that, and I've got to be honest. A lot of them have played at such a high level. If they haven't been part of that in their clubs, they've seen it or it's been done to them, so they understand it, and probably maybe they buy into it more as well because they want to be that type of team, and I want to be that type of coach. That's the honest truth, and it's not because like at every area I want to dominate, but the more we have control, the more I can breathe. When I don't have the ball, I don't like it. So for me, to be able to breathe on the sideline is like, please keep the ball, keep the tempo, keep the patience, and then create our 1v1s, create our 2v2s, and then when we get those moments, finish it off.
Anybody else? Graham and Ben. Yeah, go on, Graham first.
Craig, it's not often managers talk about sleepless nights. What exactly has been keeping you awake?
Oh, just me. Yeah.
Is it because it's June and those issues you talked about with the end of the season?
No, not at all. No.
Right.
No, not June. Not March. Well, yeah, once or twice March. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the bed's uncomfortable. Maybe the pillow I don't quite like. But yeah, no, I'm always like that, if I'm being honest. If we done enough, have we gone through enough? So you're always recapping, and yeah, tonight will be fine.
So you're no more sleepless now than you were for the previous 8 matches, then you?
No, I was
it's
worse.
just you.
I was worse as a player. Worse. I used to have to take sleeping tablets. Yeah, which is not good. But that's how. Yeah, and a lot of it is due to excitement as well, because you want it to come now. So, yeah, it's sleep. I've never been a good sleeper anyway.
Get a good night.
Oh, thank you very much.
Ben?
Craig, I just wonder, how much do you actually enjoy preparing for a team like Liechtenstein? Because obviously, as you said earlier, people will maybe overlook them or underplay them, but how much do you enjoy preparing for them as you would any other team?
No, it's a little bit different to what you have to prepare for certain games, because are we going to have a lot of the ball? Previous evidence of their last 9-10 games have shown they don't particularly have the ball, so our percentage is going to be really high. But then you look for their counter-attacking threats. So you look more in one way for what the evidence you've been shown. But yeah, I don't know. You have to be consistent in how you work, and as a staff as well, we definitely are. From everything we work, we have to give the players the same amount of detail they would have if we were playing Turkey again in the first game. It has to be that, because then we believe we have a good chance of being a very good team. If we then, it's okay. You just come back from a week away and go and rest a little bit, take it easy, end of the season, and that's not us. It's not us. It can't be us. Then we lose our edge, and we cannot lose our edge. We cannot lose our advantage. Our advantage is being on it, being ready. Because I honestly believe this team has amazing potential, but we have to show up. We have to keep turning up, keep progressing. And this is a brilliant, it's nice because we don't take anyone for granted. Like, we're ready. Got to be ready, don't matter who we play. Those habits, those consistency, you treat everyone the same, I believe gives you the better opportunity, like I've said, of becoming a team we would like to become. Hard work, always.
As I say, I suppose that this is the perfect game to show we are ready, show your intention almost.
I hope so. Yeah. I can't tell you how it's going to go. I got a good idea how I'd like it to go. Yeah, I can't. We have to be disciplined as well. But this is, it's like every game, and that's the honest bit. It's now, like, by the time we're about getting there, because obviously media now and, -1, then tomorrow it's enjoyment. Now it's like the work's done. Now let's go out there and be the best version of ourselves. And I believe everyone has the best opportunity to be the best version of themselves if they have that enjoyment. So now it's like the work's done. And this is the same for every other team. It's go out and enjoy.
Ben, nice to see you again. I just wonder how good you are feeling yourself going into these games with Wales. Not many Welsh players win a European trophy. So what was that like for you? And what have the last few weeks been like in terms of all the celebrations and everything?
Yeah, it was obviously a great feeling. It's always a huge honour to win anything, but it's a tournament I played a lot of games in, and it was really nice to get over the line. We had a couple of days celebrating before. We obviously had another game after that, but I think that's part of football. You keep going on that merry-go-round, and the next game seems to come up, and it's been really good since meeting up with the Wales boys.
First trophy since you won the League Cup with Swansea in 2013. I'm sure you will bring that joy, that happiness into the Wales camp, and also Brennan Johnson, who got the goal, of course, in Bilbao. How much do you think that will lift him? Because he had that sort of tag with Wales, maybe unfairly, of being always the next Gareth Bale kind of thing. That pressure may be unfair to put on his shoulders. But do you think we will see the best of him now in a Wales shirt?
I hope so. I think Brennan's shown this year that he's a top player and proven a lot of people wrong. And we've got full confidence in him in this Wales squad that he can replicate his form at the club here. He trains hard, he works hard. We love having him around the place, and I feel like we've got the best Brennan we can at the moment.
So Belgium on Monday, I'm sure we'll talk about that more over the weekend. So much history between those two sides. Exciting going to Brussels. Liechtenstein first. What do you as a squad feel you need to get out of these two games if you want to win this group? Can you get 6 points from 6?
That's the aim. We have to go into every game trying to pick up maximum points, and our focus, to be honest, is fully on the Liechtenstein game. We haven't even discussed that we have a second game coming up. So, look, we know we're at home. We're probably going to have a lot of possession, but these games sometimes never go as straightforward as you want them to. So we have to make sure we're focused, we're at our best, we're determined to go out there, put a good performance in.
Like the one in North Macedonia. A reminder that these games aren't straightforward.
Yeah, exactly. Look, be honest, I thought the performance out in Macedonia was pretty good, and in hindsight, it's not often you see a Welsh team go out to those places and dominate the game in the way we did. Yeah, of course, we could have been better with a couple of things, maybe a bit sharper in attack, but I've played in a lot of games away for Wales. I've played in a lot of away European games for Spurs, and those places, they're always really hard to go to. So to go there to dominate, to push them the way we did throughout the game, to have an opposition team show us a lot of respect like they did, it was something we can probably look back on with a lot of pride, and it's a reminder though that you have to get the results done.
Thank you. All the best. Thank you.
Hey, Ben, can I just take back, how was Bilbao for you and for Brennan and also the club? That's sort of part one question, but also then is, what can you practically bring when you've then got to get yourself back up for June International? So, first of all, just how was it?
Yeah, it was amazing. Like I said, I think for me, I've been at the club for so long. We've come close numerous times. It was probably a big sense of relief, like a weight off your shoulders to get it done. But yeah, we had a good celebration. But like I said, I think we're all very used to it in football. It keeps going on, and there was no sort of hangover for this camp. Everyone was really excited. It's not just been me and Brennan that had a good end of the season. We've had promotions across the place as well. So yeah, there's a very positive feeling in this group.
With the internationals going on now, there are some things which you hopefully may be putting to one side. But in terms of the club there, what you're just talking about there, the future of your manager's not been resolved, your future as well. Can you update us on anything there?
I don't think there's anything to update, to be honest. I don't think I'm the person that's going to be making any of those decisions. So, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's full focus here this week.
Liechtenstein 205th in the world. You mentioned earlier, but just how challenging can it be to set up and get that first goal, get that second goal, as we could put in the game to bed against teams that come to just frustrate, park the bus, whatever the phrase is. But what is the challenge of playing a team that is so beneath you, sort of in terms of the rankings?
They're tough games. Look, the longer they go on and the score is 0-0, it can feel like you start to force things. It put a bit more pressure on yourselves. But we've worked a lot on this week. We have to basically stick to our processes, stick to our plans. We've got a good idea of what we're expecting to come up against and what we need to do to win this game, and hopefully we can keep that up for 90 minutes. Thanks.
Lawrence. Ben, just wondering how easy is it as a footballer? You guys, you say you just move on, don't you? Sort of box it up and move on. Like how difficult is it to kind of concentrate on being here with kind of the future maybe kind of looking a bit uncertain beyond it, if you like?
Not difficult at all. We love being here. Great team, great staff. We have a good time every time we're here, and can't wait to play tomorrow night.
And in terms of that game, I know we've had some not so great results in June. What do you think the reason for that is? I think it's the game against Ukraine was the only win in June in the last few years.
It's a tough one. Look, football, those different things a year. We can't say we're coming into camp and thinking that this month is any different to any other. Of course, we had a tough result when we played Armenia a couple of years ago. That was probably the biggest one that I imagine you're referring to. But I think that's part of football sometimes. They felt like we played a good team that time. And yeah, we're hoping not to make any of those mistakes again.
Any more questions in English? Okay. Awn ni drafod Cymraeg na'r Daf, ti'n neud nhw? Yeah, dim probs.
Ben, shwmai.
Shwmai, Daf.
Wel, croeso nôl. Siwmar pen ar ôl dathlu gyda Spurs.
Popeth yn iawn nawr. Oedd cwbl o dyddiadau dyn ni yn dathlu, ond nawr yn barod i gêm i Gymru.
Ie, faint o hyder mae rhywbeth fel yna'n rhoi i ti a Brennan wrth chi dychwelyd i'r maes rhwngwladol?
Ie, mae fe'n wastad yn mynd i fod yn teimlad special iawn, ac fel ni wedi dweud, oedd cwbl o dyddiau dyn ni gallu dathlu, ond fel Pedro, mae wastad yn cario ymlaen, ac nawr ni'n barod am y gêm yma.
Ie, dyw'r calendar Bill Road byth yn stopio i we. Beth am y gêm sydd i ddod yn erbyn Liechtenstein? Chi yw'r ffefrynnau yn amlwg. Pa fath o her i ti'n disgwyl iddyn nhw gynnig?
Credu pan ych chi'n wario tîmau fel hyn, maen nhw wastad yn mynd i ceisio gwneud pethau'n galed i chi. Siwr o fod mynd i'n gael lot o'r bel, ond so hwnna wastad yn mynd i bod yn mantis ni, ond mae rhaid ni ceisio gwneud hwnna, achos rwy'n siŵr bydden nhw'n dod yma, ceisio ennill free kicks, corneli, bethau fel yna, ond os ni'n gallu symud y bel yn dda, ceisio greu lot o chances, da ni'n hyderus am gael y 3 phwynt.
Ar noson fel yna, ydy bod yn amyneddgar yn bwysig, fel bod y dorf yn ogystal â'r chwaraewyr gofod bod yn amyneddgar weithiau os dyw'r gol ddim yn dod yn syth?
Wrth gwrs, ac bydden ni'n teimlo'r un peth, bydden ni'n ceisio gael y golau mor gynnar o bosib, ond so Pêl Drod yn gweithio fel yna. Felly mae rhaid ni fod yn amyneddgar, aros am y chances, cario ymlaen yn neud y pethau ni wedi gweithio an wythnos yma, ac gobeithio bydd ni'n gallu ennill y gêm.
A wastad lot o sylw ar gêm yn erbyn Gwlad Bel gyda'r holl hanes sydd yn y gêm, ond i chi fel garfan mond yn canolbwyntio ar y gêm hon wrth gwrs, ond efo'r gobeith yw i gael 6 phwynt, chi'n credu bod hwnna'n bosib dros y 2 gêm yma?
Wrth gwrs, dyna beth ni'n mynd i ceisio wneud wythnos yma. Mae'n ni'n mynd mewn i pob gêm yn trio ennill ac mae'r gêm yn efo'r Gwlad Belg yn un o'n nhw.
Gwych, diolch.